Hi guys, it's Celeste. Your camera angle is, well, I just blamed you. I said your camera angle. Your camera angle. Guys, it's Celeste. Anyway, watch out for the way people phrase things, because I accidentally said your camera angle. Like, that's me putting the blame on you. Right? I don't know who needs to hear this, but like, if you have people who you think are friends who are like not quite genuinely like your friend, they're gonna like pass off some of the blame to you in some type of way, you know what I mean? If anything goes wrong, whatever, like, but like I'm saying in a specific way to where it's like so covert, right? Like, they could be holding a water bottle and drop it, and they're not gonna be like, you just dropped it, but like they'll find some way to like make it you in the like phrasing of the words, right? Who like did it, even though obviously it wasn't, you know? Or like, I don't know how else to explain it. Or like, one of that, like, they'll literally make a mistake, right? And it's not you who made the mistake, but they'll make the mistake, acknowledge the mistake, and then be like, we're like that, or like, we have this situation, right? And it's like, but they're adding you to a negative situation they just caused, in a sense. If you really want to spot when people are not like self-aware to that degree, it's like, how much are they willing to like call something both of you when it was really them, right? Oh, why is there a little waspy coming over here? Which, you know, that doesn't mean that they can't also be like a good friend, but it does mean that some of them are not. You know, it really, you gotta know the person as well. Like, trust your feelings and your body as well, because like, you know, I don't know, if you know, you know, and when you know, and whatever. There's a wasp over here, and I like wasps, but the problem is, I'm just not trying to be that person who gets, you know, mutilated by a wasp stinger right now. Like, I'm not trying to like, just, because I would also take it the wrong way. Like, I would take it as like the universe is telling me that I did something wrong in that moment. So, you know, even though I don't mean to, like, my brain accidentally will like associate that sometimes, not in an I'm crazy way, cause fuck you, you know, but like, actually though, no, for real. Damn. People are gonna need to be as strong as I am. I mean, some people, because if they're gonna like do something harmful and then expect me to not stand up for myself, be like, and also publicly be like, I'm not the crazy one and I know it, then they're gonna have to step up to the fucking plate and be stronger or more respectful. That could have been the first choice all along, right? Maybe if I felt treated like a human in every point in my life, dude, I would have nothing to come on here and talk to you guys about. I would have nothing to come on here and talk to you guys about. Like, actually. Genuinely, wholeheartedly. If I felt like I, you know, got to be a human to everyone I ever met, or everybody in my immediate family, or my, like, immediate, like, friendships, if I got to feel like I were, like, a human to all of them at all points in my life, or in the last week, at every moment in the last week, you know, I'd be a billionaire. I'd have like $47 billion by now if I felt consistently like 75% respected by everybody I know. 60%, 65%, you know, like, when I say, I'm not asking for much, you know, and this is not even a good blade of grass. You also have to be careful, because not all blades of grass are actually cute. This one is cute, the other one was ugly. It can get out of here. We do not need that. Anyway, I quit Chick-fil-a. I did, you know? And I feel like all of the people who worship Jesus chicken, specifically, you know? Maybe not Jesus, maybe not chicken, but boy, when Jesus chicken is together, you know people are come into the altar, okay? They will marry a fucking chicken sandwich if you give them an opportunity, okay? They would pay they would trade their soul to marry that chicken sandwich. You know that, for no reason. For no reason. There's not a, like, special secret ingredient, really, though. Like, it's literally, like, you know, I've, like, breaded the chicken there. I mean, who knows what they actually put in the breading powder, but, like, it's literally, like, you take a piece of raw chicken that's, like, already sliced. You, like, shake it up in the breading, you know? Or you get it wet, then you shake it up in the breading. Then you hand it to someone else and they just throw it in the deep frying oil. Like, they're not putting whatever drugs you think they're putting in there to make it so special. Like, it's literally, like, some breading, some, like, water or some kind of liquid to, like, you know, wet it. Like, it's not, like, world-ending chicken. It's not world-ending chicken, and yet you're all at the altar. And you know where that goes. That is not normal. It's not a normal mindset. That's, how are you worshipping a dead body? How are you worshipping a dead body? Like, isn't that just the energy of greed? And the energy of greed attracts more greed? Isn't that what that even is, though? Like, if you actually think about it, because how are you worshipping, you know, like, okay, like, I get it. We're carnivorous, whatever, omnivorous, like, we're mammals, we gotta eat, you know, like, you know, like, I get that, but I'm saying, like, what do you mean you're, like, overly, like, worshipping, and at the end of the day, it's a dead body that's fried, and you're worshipping it like that, right? Isn't that just that you want to feed off of the energy of greed while you're physically eating a dead body? Doesn't that mean you're like, a little off? Like, Chick-fil-A is, like, good, but, like, you know what I'm saying? If people are, like, kissing the ground that chicken sandwich fell on, you know what I mean? Like that sandwich fell on the ground for a reason, and you're kissing the ground, licking the ground, you know? Like, I don't know. It's off, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so I left. Sorry guys, don't mind the Chainsaw Massacre behind me. Oh, it stopped. Don't mind it, you know. Anyway, I left Chick-fil-A. Sorry, they had to Chainsaw Massacre somebody. Again, just for fun, you know. Literally, I don't know if, hopefully you guys can still hear me, because I'm not gonna wait for that to stop. I'm not gonna do whatever, like, you think I'm gonna do, like, edit it out or whatever. Like, you can just enjoy it too, you know. It's part of the ambiance, and you should be able to deal with that. We're both adults here, or you're not, but, you know, it's not like you've never heard a chainsaw before. Or you have, oh no, like, not the end of the world, you know? Literally not the end of the world. Okay, so I left Chick-fil-A. I wasn't even planning to. Yeah, I've still had, like, a lot. I mentioned in the past that I've had, like, back pain. So I had back pain to the point where I was like, I need to leave. Like, I'm not actually going to be able to do anything here. Like, I need to go. You know, it was bad enough that I was like, see you guys later, because I feel dead here. The energy of Chick-fil-A was affecting me. Like, I always felt like, physically harmed while I was there in some type of way. Like, I would literally clock in and immediately start to feel like my energy was being drained. I would physically feel hurt, physically feel injured, or feel like I was going to get injured or somebody else was going to. Like, the energy was bad. The vibes were off, okay? The vibes were off, and it was actually, like, a good restaurant compared to the other restaurants that I've worked at, but, because, like, Chili's was weird. Chili's was awful. It was another dimension. I don't know. There were some off things there, you know? There were some off things. But, oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into all that. But it was, I don't know, Chick-fil-A had its good qualities. I got free lunch, like $8 off for the majority of the time, and then eventually it became $9, which is not bad, you know? Free lunch is not bad, like that's nice. I don't know, like I'm not even on here to like bash Chick-fil-A, despite saying they definitely do display the energy of greed, and you can feel that. And I do think that that's what attracts people a lot. And I do think that, you know, in some ways our planet is still at sort of like a low enough vibration, you could say, to where it's like, clearly like the billionaires are people who are harming people or choosing greed over opportunities to help people when they were supposed to, stuff like that, you know? Or like, there are still a lot of people on the, obviously, like millions of people starving and all that, you know, or billions probably, like, are you kidding? Billions of people starving. Right here in America, there's literally a little green fly on the screen, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the vibes. Like, it's true that on this planet, you have to choose yourself to survive. And you also have to do your best to have like good morals as well, and believe that you have good morals and be able to help yourself, but also if your people need help, you need to be able to help them, you know? And it's true that working on yourself matters. And in order to help yourself, you know, you have to help yourself to help others. And that's true. If you don't have any resources, you're not going to have anything to help anybody else. Yeah, so where I was going to go with all of that is that when I had asked to leave, you know, long story short, they told me no, they told me wait this amount of time. I waited that amount of time. They said, you actually have to wait this amount of time now. I was like, guys, this is like, you know, an emergency now because it's getting worse and worse progressively. Like, you actually don't want me to stay. You're just really stupid and you don't know it. And most of the managers are like in high school or like 18 years old freshly. And like, I'm like, actually, like, I'm saying like, just so you know, it's getting to the point where like, this is not the morally right thing to do. This is not ethical. Like, you guys are making bad choices by allowing me to express this and then not saying, I understand that you're physically in enough pain that you should not be here right now. You can leave. Right? Like, that would be the right answer at some point when somebody is like seriously in pain. You'd be like, okay, I get it. Like, you can actually go. Like, clearly this is not working out. Right? Right. And you know, at the same time, it's like, could I have quit my job the first time I ever had physical pain in my body from working there because of the energy of greed just like affecting me and like attracting, like I felt like there were just like entities in the place and like, you know, not to sound insane, but it felt like there were maybe like ghosts around or something. Like, it was getting weird. It was not attracting the right type of energy that you would, a lot of people think that Chick-fil-A is like holy chicken or something, to where it would like repel all evil or like all negative energy. And that wasn't true. It was attracting it. And I guess like a lot of the like falsity there in like people's perceptions of like, what do you imagine a Chick-fil-A would be versus like, what actually is it? Like, the slight like illusions there were, as far as like spiritual branding in a weird way, like trying to be so like fake Christian, you know, or maybe they're real Christian, who knows? I don't know if they go to church or whatever, I don't care. I'm saying the point is, why were you attracting so many ghosts then, if you were really all together? Why was there such a strong energy of greed there? But you know that the energy of greed is what's attracting so many like customers, because you know that people don't actually like, they can't tell, right? So you know there's like illusions happening here. That was like weird. It was weird. yeah, anyway, so they were like, no, you can't leave. And then I said, like, something like I should, like, be able to leave because it's, like, really bad, whatever. Everyone starts yelling at me. I start yelling back because I'm like, I'm not gonna let you just yell at me when I didn't even do anything wrong. All I did was ask to leave. So there's, like, 3 or more, like, supervisors yelling at me. Other people are chiming in, trying to, like, add to it, to, like, apparently it was, like, the day of, like, Take Down Celeste or something, and everyone was, like, apparently people had some stuff that, like, apparently they had been waiting for their opportunity to say, you know, so I guess, like, might as well get that out there. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and I was so nice to everybody there. I was literally so quiet, kept to myself, like, literally so respectful even when people were not respectful to me, so it's almost like another form of intelligence. Like, it's almost amazing that they still had something bad to say at any point, right? But it's like the people employed there were, like, feeding off the energy of greed too, but it got to the, because, like, that was kind of in the air, right? Even though, yeah, the company offers, like, so many resources to the employees, at the same time, there still was some, like, energy of greed that the employees were still feeding off of. There was a lot of growth and opportunity that people were feeding off of, but there was also greed. It was like a combination, like this weird cocktail where it's like half opportunity and, you know, ambition, and the other half is, like, you know, just endless greed to the point where people are, like, literally not gaining anything from that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, everyone just had something to say. It was, not everybody, but, like, a lot of people had some people had something to say, whatever. More people than I would have expected, considering I never did anything bad to them, you know, had something to say. And people were, like, saying to me, like, your pain's not real, it's neurological, you've never been in a war. I was like, I never thought I'd get a medical diagnosis from a Chick-fil-a while also getting gaslit at the same time. I never knew in my 22 years of life that I would ever be receiving a medical diagnosis from a Chick-fil-a. I never knew in my 22 years of life that one day I would receive a medical diagnosis from a Chick-fil-a. But thank you so much for, you know, diagnosing this as neurological and not real back pain, you know, and that was really different. Everything happens for a reason. You never know when you're about to get a medical diagnosis from a Chick-fil-a. It can happen anywhere, anytime. You can just get struck by lightning. Like, this is happening out here. Like, they'll hire whoever, they'll promote whoever, which some of them were good. Some of them were just randomly promoted because they were 18 or something, and the Chick-fil-a was like, time to do it, you know? And it was weird. It was weird. It was given weird, you know? I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about, actually. Weird. But, yeah, no. Honestly, it was just shocking. The you've never been in a war was shocking because we're literally talking about, like, physical pain in my body. And I've never been in a war, so that can't be real. You guys have got me on another planet. Whoa. Or it's neurological and it's not real and you're just gonna have to get over it. I was like, you guys, again, something from one person to another. There's so much greed here and weird energy, and you're not making any money personally off of me staying here, so why is the greed still making you try to force me to be here? Or did you not like that it was me who was in physical pain and could possibly get to leave because of that? You wished it was you, even though you don't realize that I would not choose to be in physical pain in order to, like, leave. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know. These people took the opportunity to gaslight me. Apparently, gaslighting was in the room that moment, you know, and everyone loved that for some reason. So honestly, I'm glad that I cut that cord. I just decided to like not go in today because it's just different. It's just different when you have like a screaming match between you and all your supervisors across the entire restaurant. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get fired. And I'm surprised if there's any possible way that they do not think that that was somewhat traumatizing for me to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? It made me feel like it genuinely made me be like, in my head, do I have to have a lawyer with me 24/7 my entire life to not have this happen again? Like, to some degree, that does sound like trauma to me, you know? Like, maybe I've never been in a war, but this moment is getting a little weird, you know? Like, I think I have a moment to express that I would like to not be a part of whatever's happening here. That's literally, like, all I have to say, I think. Except, you know, I would have weird dreams about Chick-fil-A, the energy would be, like, following everywhere, like, it was weird, but it would get like extremely worse at Chick-fil-A. Like, there were just energetic cords that I'm happy to have severed. And now I'll be looking for a job where I can hopefully stay at home more, so that if I do, like, while I'm figuring out, like, why am I experiencing any back pain or anything like that, like, you know, like, I want the time to be able to, like, make sure I'm taking care of myself in every way that I deserve, and also to find more sources of like income, like a job where I could stay at home, that kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Life goes on. I'm not saying I'll never eat at Chick-fil-A again, but it's gonna be even if I were like a famous person, I would find it off-putting probably to like physically eat inside of one, because I don't know, it does something weird to your brain when the Chick-fil-A supervisors are screaming at you across the restaurant when you didn't do anything wrong and you're actually just like already in pain, but they're weirdly jealous of you that you're the one who might get to leave early. Like, it kind of hits different when that happens. So I don't know, like, I think that if I were like famous and on tour or something, I would stop at like a Chick-fil-A drive-through at like 5 a.m, you know, like still in pajamas, but like really have places to be, and there's no other restaurant, but hey, there's a Chick-fil-A, I might want like an iced coffee, you know, like I could see myself still doing that. But as far as like going forward, like infinitely into life, right, like I could see that being like a scenario where I would be like, sure, I'll go for like a Chick-fil-A iced coffee, whatever, or like, but there's something off to me. I don't know that I would be super interested in like, who knows? But I don't know. Maybe I ate too much fried chicken already. Or maybe that endless pit of greed starts to feel a little weird when you sever the cord and you realize it was obviously them the entire time, and that there was nothing wrong with me. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely let them gaslight me for a minute there. But like, I'm like, obviously, it does not matter if you've been in a war. If you're suffering from something, like, what you're actively suffering from is real. What you suffered from the past is real. Like, we should not be out here trying to like gaslight people into thinking that the physical pain they're currently experiencing is not real, or something like that, you know? Like how far does this really go for you guys? Because like, it's getting weird out here. Anyway, Chick-fil-A corporate, I hope you stayed to the end. That's all I can say. I love all of my subscribers. I'm not saying I love all of you, because I just said Chick-fil-A corporate. I don't love you. I love all the people who are good people and loving and strong and deserve the world. I love you. Bye.